There was a lot of hurt and disappointed individuals in that locker room. Told them they deserve to be happy. For how hard they've worked without any results. How hard they keep practicing for each other, for the staff. You look out there sometimes, even in practice, you just get so excited because we're so close in certain aspects. And then just this team won't quit. I give him a lot of credit for that. After a long, hard season, they keep battling. Go ahead, JC.
Mike, can you put your finger on what was the biggest culprit in the second half?
And able to finish games out. You know, you could. I've talked about them before in press conference. Just the inability right now to really understand how to close games out, and we're going to get there. We're going to work on it. We're going to work on execution. We're going to work on ball fix. We're going to work on ripping low, and we're going to work on all the things that you do to getting the ball in the paint to finish games. Because again, they're close.
Mike, judging by your reaction, your emotions right now, it seems like this team kind of has reached wit's end. Have you reached? Is that kind of a?
No.
I mean, have they reached a point though where they just don't know what to do anymore?
No. Did you? No. They keep fighting. They see it. Unlike the media and some of the, they're all back. Most of them are all back. And most of them understand where they were when they first stepped on here and where they're going to get to. I can't. You go back with me the first practice they've been here. They were just how much they've learned. It's just some leagues it's tougher than others. In some programs it's tougher than others. And I look at them in the face, Miles and Jerome all the time. Did you think it was going to be easy? I told you. We're going to roll up our sleeves, and we'll get there. And no, wit's end, there's no wit's end. There's fight. There's some disappointment on Mike because I see him work every day.
Was this one of the most disappointing locker rooms you've had to walk into?
Yeah.
Coach, talk about that tonight game with that and Dane Miller. Tonight he seemed to have a leadership role in this game that really kind of sold the team at times.
Yeah, and him and AJ did senior night. They did the annual, the pregame speech, and they were tremendous. And I thought they played with tremendous heart.
Mike, when you talk about closing out games, do teams usually learn that within a season, or does it happen from season to season in your experience?
I would have loved us to learn it.
But in your experience, does it happen within seasons?
Again, yeah, you would like it to, yes. You would like it to because of some of the same mistakes keep popping up, but those are the things sometimes you learn the hard way. And they're going to learn and they're going to improve. And they're getting better. And there is no quit in that locker room. And maybe part of my emotion is just for my seniors. They certainly could have 2 years ago left, 3 years ago now, or 2.5 years, whatever it is, for greener pastures. And they stuck around and fought and scratched and just disappointed for how hard and how much with emotion they played. Huddles were great. They kept, and they could have got negative, and they just kept with it. They kept fighting. And so this team I still think they have some fight in them. I still think they have some fight in them. They just every single day refuse to stop working hard, to stop caring, like a lot of teams do now at this part of the season when you've not had the success that you wanted.
Does it feel like the same story for you in the sense where just a few plays or a few runs here or there?
Yeah, again, would Coach Rice and the staff like to have some of those small plays? Of course. But again, for how hard they're working and the daily improvement and the development, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And so all we can do is continue to push them, continue our level of demand, continue developing them and encouragement, motivating them. And it could happen on Friday. It could happen on Tuesday. It could happen on Wednesday. Whatever it is, we're going to continue to do this.
Mike, how difficult was it to see Miles miss the front end of a 1-on-1 there at the end, and then Dane miss both of Klang that second one?
Yeah, it was difficult. It's difficult. Again, it's difficult for a lot of the detailed things that we do, and this group, again, I want to reiterate of the fact that with maybe the lack of success that this team has had in the last month and a half, you would think they wouldn't care. There wouldn't be really disappointed and hurt individuals. I love the hurt. I love the fact that they have tremendous heart and that they care for one another.
2 more questions, please.
Mike, what was the play that you had called for when Rome dribbled the ball off his foot?
Yeah, we were curling Miles or Jerome, either one of them. Miles ended up taking the ball out of bounds, but it was a kind of a pinch, and he was curling off, and he was literally going to, if he didn't dribble off his foot, it was a 2-on-1, and so it was just a simple little spacing play where we pinched Wally and him, and that was unfortunate.
How do you build these guys back up afterwards? Do you have to, or are they going to build themselves back up?
Good question. I mean, we're gonna watch them edit. We're gonna talk about what we always talk about: getting better. Talk about this is going to be our game. This is going to be the time where we're going to close it out. This is going to be the time where we've learned from our mistakes. We've learned to be more consistent and focused. Again, I would have liked it to already happen. I'm sure our fans would. I'm sure a lot of people would. This group is a younger group that's getting older now and has to learn learning the hard way, unfortunately.